As election day nears, political signs are popping up everywhere, and in Marinette, that could have some people running into some trouble with the law. Welcome back for our second half hour. The city has an ordinance, and it requires permits in order to be able to put up a political sign.
However, one Marinette resident is suing the city, saying that this ordinance doesn't specify who has to pay the fee. Fox 11's Chad Doran has our balanced coverage.
They make a statement to everyone who drives by. Political signs of support for candidates are dotting the landscape across the country. But in Marinette, that could mean trouble for those placing the signs. That is, if a person does not apply for a permit and pay a $15 fee to the city for the right to display that sign.
The punishment is forfeiture. The sign owner has to pay the city's costs associated with prosecuting them. And finally, potential 30-day imprisonment for each illegal sign.
Will McKinley is one of the attorneys representing Marinette resident Kristen Abbs, who filed the lawsuit in federal court. The city attorney declined to comment because the lawsuit is still ongoing. He did say the ordinance doesn't apply to homeowners, but attorneys for the plaintiffs argue that's not necessarily the case because they say the way the ordinance is written is too vague.
The fact that this ordinance singled out political speech for certain time restrictions and certain permit requirements struck us as blatantly unconstitutional.
The ordinance does not specify who has to pay for the signs. It does say the signs may not be placed on public property, cannot be posted 120 days before an election, and must be taken down 3 days after the election. The ordinance does not specify what criteria the signs must meet or give a time frame in which permit applications must be reviewed.
These are significant ramifications just for someone who just wants to put up, I support Romney or I support Obama or what have you.
It's also confusing for residents and business owners like Henry Luerman.
I think there should be some kind of an ordinance, but I think that's going a little far.
The filing alleges political speech isn't really free in Marinette if residents and businesses are required to obtain city approval and pay a fee to place political signs. The suit is simply asking the city to remove the ordinance. A hearing for the case is scheduled in federal court in Green Bay on November 1st. In Marinette, Chad Doran, Fox 11 News.
Now, the attorneys are asking the city to refrain from enforcing the ordinance while the lawsuit is under review.